So I'm Petko. I founded Chefin in 2015 with my co-founders. It's the largest private dining experience booking platform in Australia in particular, but we don't really have too many competitors in the world that are still alive at the moment. And I want to talk to you guys about the access economy, which is very, very interesting, in particular for hospitality. For over 120 years, the hospitality industry has not been disrupted. And this sort of food tech stuff are coming up and becoming really, really interesting at the moment. People have access, they have access to the same ingredients that the chefs have in the top fine dining restaurants. They have access to different dining methods. They can dine at home, they can dine out, they can do catering, they can cook themselves with the most expensive Wagyu, caviar, and other ingredients as well. So what is really that is making it very interesting is that access. We believe that this new era of access is where we can fill the gap in the marketplace and disrupt the hospitality industry. Private dining is growing year on year, and it's sort of splitting up from the general restaurant space that is declining with businesses, traditional businesses closing down. They're not able to make their margins. They're not able to survive. They're really, really struggling with labor shortages and chefs. The same chefs that actually want to come and work for us, they want to be part of the marketplace. They want to go and cook for people into their homes, use expensive ingredients and deliver amazing experiences. They don't want to work anymore for the traditional businesses, for the brick and mortar restaurants. So you can see pretty much the same thing actually happening today, which is very interesting. I find it amazing and a very good example of where the future is going. You've got general catering of vegan food, alternative proteins available for the mass market, and then you've got the private dining in the VIP room where you're gonna have two chefs chopping up a whole Hiramasa kingfish that was picked up from the fish market this morning, serving New Zealand king salmon, free-range organic hams, artisan cheeses, and some really amazing produce from the farmers, basically. So that's sort of the difference between the world and how the world is splitting from an access perspective, at least in my view. And that's where a lot of investors are also putting their money. They're putting their money into the alternative proteins, into the cell-grown stuff, into the fake milks, and all the other things, which is amazing. It's really good for the general market, but we are here to stay, and we're growing year on year, and we are serving the top of the market with amazing dining experiences. We provide custom menus, we provide unforgettable and memorable experiences in people's homes. That is something that everyone wants to have, from blindfolded dinners to romantic dinners, anniversary celebrations, exclusive degustations as well. Like we've designed, like some of our investors like get chefs and they say, hey, I want to have an exclusive dining experience for the 12 countries I've lived in. One dish from every country that brings memories back for the time I've spent there. And our chefs go and do that. They design all of these amazing experiences. What we're doing in the future is we are actually moving into white labeling our booking platform and providing this software for exclusive dining into, say, restaurant groups, hospitality brands, say Open Table and 7 Rooms. If a restaurant, a fine dining restaurant is booked out, people can actually order the same dining experience to have it into their home. And then Chefin would fulfill that, send a private chef, shop local ingredients, go and cook for them into their home. Something else we see coming up into the market is the robotics and AI. We've seen a lot of really cool machines out there, but they're pretty much useless without our chefs. Without chefs being able to actually create the recipes, fulfill the data for the artificial intelligence to be able to create the food, for the robots to be able to put the dishes together, then the machines can't really do much. So we see that coming in the future. We see the restaurants and the businesses struggling for work hand to actually fulfill that with a much cheaper alternative, with an automated alternative of machines, either vending style machines, washing machine style machines that can actually cook dishes and spit out food that is ready to eat for the general consumer. This is happening at the moment in a mass scale in China, Asian countries. It's starting to automate in the US as well. Like there's this machine called Chippy in some of the restaurants. There's like Flippy that does like flipping up of burgers, which is something that people do here for like $50 an hour, which doesn't make any sense. You can get a machine to do it for $5,000 a month, and it's pretty much fully automated with a chef providing the insights and the data for the AI and the machine learning to actually fuel up the machine to know when to flip, when not to flip, when the food is cooked, when it's ready to take out and serve, etc. In China, it's like amazing. You can go to some of these restaurants where you can see 1,000 of these machines, which is like on the right, there, top and sort of bottom right corner, and they're producing like mass market dishes, like anything you can think of, stir-fried food, tofus, vegan dishes, vegetarian stir-fries, noodles, stir-fried rice. It's all coming out in 90 seconds, fully finished dish in front of you. They can keep like up to 2,000 recipes in these machines. A bit of traction for Chefin. We've been out for like 7 years, I think, although it says 5 there, but since 2015. We've served more than 80,000 people so far. We have more than 400 executive chefs across Australia and the US, and we have 40% yearly return customers. We're very small churn, pretty good growth, and quite stable, except obviously COVID, which is a nightmare for everyone. And we've got pretty good traction. We've just reached out over $4 million of sales. We're profitable. We're not raising at the moment, but we love to keep in touch with people. Thank you guys again. I would like to be short so I can allow the rest of the people to catch up with their presentations.